Well, here's a quick look at what I've been up to lately. Let's see. Here's the Onondaga piece that I made from, showed this before, from Paleoman 52. The camouflage rock, really like this stuff. Naps real nice. These pieces back here is a Wallelula point. It's the piece that old Paleoman 52 made for me. It's another piece that I picked up. This one is a Bowhunter 71 piece. Peter Nally's point that he made that I got from him. There's 3 other points that I've picked up, all modern napped. And this is a piece that I made, obsidian. Probably halved it on the bottom half so that the bigger half is the cutting area. So I'd probably use this one like this, so it had a bigger cutting surface. There's another one that I made. It's obsidian. It's kind of obsidian I find out here in my area. It's another obsidian piece that I made. There's an obsidian piece that I made also. Mostly knives. I like knives, so I nap out a lot of knives. I made this edge a finer serration, and this edge over here a little more heavier serrated. Fairly thin. And this piece here, it's another piece that I made. Oval. There's a classic oval shape to it. So you know it's not a slab. Although you could work a slab to turn it into oval, but that was definitely not an oval piece. There's another blade that I made. Fairly thin. Couldn't get this rough stack off right here. Nice little blade. And then this is a piece that I made. I acquired this material from Pestelman. He gave me a big huge chunk. I don't even know what this stuff is. It has pockets of quartz and all kinds of pretty colors. Red, whatnot. Kind of a knife thing. And this piece here, it's a piece my friend made for me. Nice and thin. Showed this to my dad and he said, "Oh, that's a watermelon cutter." Little piece of Cortex left on there. But this is out of the obsidian that you can find in my area also. There's white, small little white inclusions. Yeah, he napped this out of a big chunk in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes flat. Done. I was amazed. This guy's been napping for, I think I calculated 44, 45 years. So he's been doing it a long time. Here's a piece that I procured from Pebble Pimp, and he likes to work a lot of basalt out of Arizona, so this is something that I got from him. Nice hemp twined handle. This is a piece that old Pestle Man made back in the day. This guy has skills for sure. Thin, nice. I don't know what kind of material that is, but pretty nice stuff. It has a little pocket right there. Church, probably Texas, out of Texas. We have us a grinder. Actually, it's a pestle, California pestle. Real McCoy, Northern California. And I made me a soap root brush. This is the soap root itself, and this is the fiber that it produces. You boil the soap root, scrape off the soap root material. It's kind of like an onion. Scrape all that off, and it has these hard fibers. And when the fibers are scraped off, they look like this color. But this is the outer fibers. And these were used to brush out the acorn meal from the mortars. And these are a couple of leather bags that I made. Longer bag here and a wider bag back there. Some cordage. I was playing with cordage. This is my first attempt at cordage. Crude on this side, and then a little more refined on this side. And I figured out how to make it even more refined. So pretty fun stuff. That's a 2-ply reverse twist made out of flax. Both of these are made out of flax. And then here's a piece that I just napped out probably 10 minutes ago. Obsidian. There's a piece I napped out maybe half an hour ago. Big tool. Not supposed to be thin, but it's supposed to be used. Another piece I napped out a couple of weeks ago. And then this is my first crescent. First crescent I've ever napped out. Now the story on the crescents, I asked my Native American friend about what the story was. They weren't hafted in the middle to put in a bow and kill a bird or knock a bird out. That's not what they were used for. They were used to process vegetation, tule, cattail, grasses, because they were used to cut these things. And then you ask, well, there's blood on them. They found blood on these things. They were also used to debone birds. Because of their shape, they can debone birds real easily. And so they would use these to debone duck and other native birds. So that's the story behind the crescent and what they were used for. From a Native American himself. That's what he told me. And then a little steatite bead. Has some nice colors. Pretty stuff. Found here in the Sierra Nevadas. Not the bead, but the material. I made the bead. Showed you my bone awl before. Another little piece that I napped out. And then my obsidian dagger. This thing is 7.5 inches long. Flat on one side and curved on the other. This is the biggest piece I've napped so far, so it's a little bit crude. But obsidian dagger. It'd work real good. And then my last piece here is a necklace that I made. Macrame twist out of a big steatite bead, and then wrapped around the edges with artificial sinew, and up there at the top. So that's what I've been up to lately. That's the lot of it. Yeah, that's it for now.